Them criminals behind bars celebrating him winning a RICO, what do you expect?
He is in a room full of thieves and crooks and criminals. What do you think they're gonna do? Of course they're going to applaud. Of course there's gonna be a standing ovation. He is Diddy, first and foremost. Okay, he's a huge name.
Well, guys, looks like Diddy is throwing another party, but this time it's behind bars. Yep, you heard that right. The once king of all white yacht blowouts is now celebrating with fellow inmates at the Brooklyn Detention Center. Right after the partial verdict was announced earlier this month, with Diddy dodging the most serious charges, insiders say he looked relieved, even smug. And ever since, he's reportedly been in high spirits, joking around, and according to sources, celebrating with jailmates like it's just another VIP after-party. But don't get it twisted. While he might be partying now, the real consequences are just beginning. Let's break down exactly why this celebration may be short-lived. Okay, guys. So yeah, Diddy got a partial win in court. But let's be real. All that footage and testimony wasn't just for show. If the jury didn't find him guilty of trafficking or orchestrating freak-off parties, that doesn't mean those claims were nothing. Far from it. Think about this. Cassie Ventura's hotel cam footage from 2016 didn't paint a vague picture. It was concrete. In that video, she's standing near an elevator, and suddenly Diddy lunges at her, drags her to the floor, stomps her, grabs her phone, and even throws a vase. She ended up with a black eye. That clip played in court as visual evidence, and it backed her testimony. This wasn't a rumor, it was recorded. Cassie didn't just show a video, she spoke.
For the first time, she really cried when she discussed she was in love, and it was in the context of their relationship, but it was something that made her feel disgusting and humiliated. One thing that was interesting is that she said the physical abuse started before she was introduced to voyeurism or the freak-offs, and she was afraid to say no because she was afraid of what would happen.
She detailed years of manipulation, emotional and sexual abuse, coerced performances during drug-fueled freak-offs, threats of leaked videos, rape after their breakup, panic around her career, and even pregnancy fear. This was serious stuff. And then there's Jane, the anonymous woman who testified under that name. She said she initially cooperated but felt entrapped when Diddy paid her rent, with threats to expose private videos if she didn't comply. She suffered a physical assault that left her bruised, emotionally broken. It wasn't consent, it was pressure.
Said that she endured these sexual encounters with these escorts because of what would happen afterwards. She said she and Combs would cuddle, she would rub his feet, she would bathe him, and they would watch his favorite television show, Dateline.
It didn't stop there. Hotel workers, assistants, stylists, and exes corroborated the story. Escorts flown in, baby oil and lube found in raids, Diddy coordinating multi-day freak-offs, and staff pressured to cover it up. Witnesses remembered a hotel bribery attempt to erase surveillance footage. These weren't random accusations, they fit together. So yes, the jury acquitted him on the sex trafficking and racketeering counts, but he was convicted of transporting Cassie and Jane interstate for prostitution. That means the court did find they were moved for illicit sex. That's still a federal conviction. Recently, word is that he's been diving into all kinds of jailhouse programs, therapy sessions, behavior correction groups, even spiritual workshops.
How many times you ever seen a leopard change his spots? He only taking those programs, bruh, to get out of jail. And I don't, most people do that. I don't blame him, but he ain't gonna change, man. You understand? Because he know he got away with a whole lot of shit. Ain't no way those 27, those 30-something people, got up there on the stand, testify. You heard the testimony, you heard what they did, you understand? And he got away with murder, bro.
Sounds like damage control, right? Like he's suddenly trying to play the I've changed card just in time. But that's not even the headline. The real story? Diddy's apparently making some real friends there. And no, it's not Jay-Z in Cell Block 7, but imagine it. Diddy walking the halls like he owns the place, dapping up guys left and right like it's another VIP lounge. Sources say he's been social, smooth-talking, and building what some are calling strategic alliances. Other inmates are low-key impressed. The guy still carries himself like a mogul. But it's not just charisma. And that right there is where it gets messy. Because while he might be trying to look good in group therapy, prosecutors say behind the scenes he's been caught using jail phones to interfere with witnesses, reaching out through family, coordinating the message, and trying to clean up his image before court. Judges have clocked it too. That's one of the reasons why he's still behind bars with no bail. And it's not like this is a one-time mood. Multiple insiders say the party energy has become his day-to-day vibe.
And these other inmates are all giving him the standing ovation. Let me just say this really quick. He is in a room full of thieves and crooks and criminals. What do you think they're gonna do? Of course they're going to applaud. Of course there's gonna be a standing ovation. He is Diddy, first and foremost. Okay, he's a huge name. He has a brand, etc.
But here's the real problem. Judges and prosecutors see this too. Not directly, but through behavior reports, recorded calls, and surveillance. They see a man who's not humbled, not reflective, but one who thinks he beat the system and is celebrating it. And when sentencing comes, that could change everything. Because if you're partying behind bars before your final ruling, you might not be walking out of there anytime soon. And while Diddy might be smiling behind bars, not everyone in his family is on that same page, especially not his son, King Combs. When the verdict first came through and the news hinted that Diddy might not be facing the harshest sentence, King was reportedly relieved. Sources close to the family said he was genuinely happy, even hopeful, that his father might be able to return home sooner than expected. Despite everything, he's always had a complicated but close bond with Diddy. More than just father and son, they were collaborators, party partners, practically inseparable in public life.
Hey, yo, we love y'all. We love everybody watching. So happy. Pop's coming home. God bless. God bless the whole world.
What was going through your head when the verdict was read? Happy.
But now with Diddy's jailhouse celebration, everything has changed. According to insiders, when King Combs got wind of his dad joking around, hosting mini victory laps behind bars, and being the loudest guy on the cell block, he was furious. Sources say he didn't expect Diddy to come out broken, but he at least expected a little humility. Instead, what he saw was more ego, more performative energy, and no sign of reflection on the very serious accusations that had rocked their family. To make matters worse, King Combs himself is now facing legal heat. A woman has come forward and officially filed a lawsuit against him, adding his name to the growing list of public figures connected to the larger web of accusations. While the claims are still developing and King hasn't been criminally charged, the timing couldn't be worse. And the impact on him personally? Huge. Now, for a while, he was trying to stay out of it.
Diddy's son, Christian, aka King Combs, is now being sued, just like his father is. A woman filed a lawsuit against King, alleging that in late 2022, right before New Year's Eve, King assaulted her on a yacht, specifically sexually assaulted. There was a party going on, she was working it, and she claims that he started to hone in on her, groping her, trying to kiss her. She claims that she tried pushing him off of him, telling her that she didn't want it. And she claims that he continued pressing on and pressing on. In her lawsuit, she actually claims to have audio recordings of this, and she includes transcripts of all of this. And in the transcripts, if they're believed to be true, they do in fact show her trying to tell Christian, hey, leave me alone, I don't want this, leave me alone. Eventually, she claims she got away from Christian. He kept hounding her. He told her, hey, take me to a place I can sleep on the yacht. She took him to a theater room, and this woman claims that's when he continued to try and sexually assault her, trying to force her to give him oral sex.
He kept quiet. He distanced himself from the worst headlines tied to his father. But now, he's in the headlines too. Not as Diddy's son, not as a rapper on the rise, but as a named defendant in a case that's making waves across the media.